Mars with Mike. Last year I made $1 million flat. Run it back, run it back. Triple those stacks, no cap. It's the big show, it's the big show, it's the big show. In my ego, you can check my stats. In the strip club, bitch, that's $1 million rack. Run it back, triple double stacks, no cap. It's the big show, it's the big show, it's the big show, it's the big show. I've been big, poppin' before my rain. Hopped off the jet, hit the beach with no chains. Big gun on me, Triple H with the gang. I'm the big dog, Undertaker with the name. Gold on my neck like I'm Dusty. Yeah, I'm like Ric Flair, ain't nobody can touch me. Check my watch, bitch, that's a Rolex. Looking like a gold boss, but a suplex. Y'all need me a new vet, finna cash a check. Walking around like I'm Muta, flying with the flock, Scotty Riggs. My bitch super thick, like she Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah, you know we get it poppin', cashing out and shopping. In the Lamborghini with the seats all dropping. Keep it choppin', money steady topping. Ice on my neck, ooh, you know that it's flopping. Last year I made $1 million flat. Run it back, triple double stacks, no cap. It's the big show, it's the big show, it's the big show. In my ego, you can check my stats. In the strip club, bitch, that's $1 million rack. Run it back, triple double stacks, no cap. It's the big show, it's the big show, it's the big show, it's the big show. Big man, I could barely stand. Big body boy, walking like the Iron Sheik. Goddamn, I got fans, meet me in Japan. Pimpin' like I'm Vince McMahon. Ooh, I'm making bands. Big man, I could barely stand. Big body boy, walking like the Iron Sheik. Goddamn, I got fans, meet me in Japan. Pimpin' like I'm Vince McMahon. Ooh, I'm making bands. Big house, but I still be in the cut. In the VIP, turned up, acting up. Mick Foley with the mask, so you know we lit. Taking shots, beat it up, leader with the twist. Hurricane with the wrist, got me feeling like a legend. Ready for the ring, making money for the rest. D-Generation X, yeah. I might cop a Bentley, talking about the game, you know that I'm ready. Mars with Mike. Last year I made $1 million flat. Run it back, triple those stacks, no cap. It's the big show, it's the big
show. Marks with Mikes. We back outside. Mr. 6'9" JT. El Cheech in the cut. Caribbean mommy with us, yeah. You already know what time it is. We ain't just talking, we stamping the coach. We spin the block like Santana, yeah, we back again. Two talking grabs, whole culture tap in. You in the presence of elegance, Ash with the glow. Marks with Mike, yeah, you already know we hurt people. Syndicate ties, all white fit, look righteous in the light. Storm coming, better brace for the wave. If you ain't with the movement, better stay in your lane. Mr. 6'9", I'm standing over the game. El Cheech got the vision, we don't move the same. Caribbean mommy, yeah, she bring the flame. We cover every angle, put respect on the name. Trick on the rise of Tony K, running plays. Storm like Jay, yeah, you feel that weight. Cargill pressure, yeah, the cartel strong. Over Femi first name, ruler all along. Fall behind if you want, better get in tune. We coaching the culture, yeah, we set the room. Flips and kicks, young bucks with the motion. Rascal energy, high speed devotion. Bang, bang, Sosa flow. We don't never stall, Brown break a spear. Yeah, we taking it all. Black heart like Leo, but we moving precise. This ain't no rush when you calculate it nice. Gold dust shimmer, yeah, we glow when we step. Chin up, watch the shoe, better move correct. 2013 salmon jacket, world strong flex. It's that talk, heavy presence you ain't seen yet. Acknowledge us now, OTC in command. Hands up, hands down, yeah, we leading the land. Let me talk to you, that's stamp official. Stone cold when we hit a rock bottom. Break the wall down when we spot them. Got it locked up like the figure 4 leg twist, styling and profiling every time the click hit. Nah, we ain't no pygmies. Talk nice before I put a blicky. I mean the 450. We on that ass. Pause. I don't know if they told you. Nah. We ain't local, motherfucker, we global. From Cleveland corners to arenas overseas. Marks with mics, pressure bring the culture to his knees. Talk heavy, walk deadly, every move intentional. Podcast champs, this presence continental. Glass shatter energy, every time we arrive. Middle fingers to the doubters, yet a movement alive. Mic check, 1, 2, culture locked in tight. Marks with mics worldwide, now them the light. We spin the block like Santana, yeah, we back again. Two talking grabs, whole culture tap in. You in the presence of elegance. Ash with the glow. Mark with mics. Yeah, you already know we hurt people. Syndicate ties. All white fit. Look righteous in the light. Storm coming. Better brace for the wave. If you ain't with the movement, better stay in your lane.
JT, you're on mute.
Hold on, wait a minute. You let me talk that whole time?
I'm over here like, how am I gonna pop up on here and be like, hello? Hey, how you doing? You on mute?
I mean, you could have popped up. You could have been like,
You
hey.
know what? You know what? We'll do it like like my husband Jay Uso does it. You know what I'm saying? Let's run that back real quick.
Okay. All
Run
right.
it back.
Boom. Okay. Take you off the screen. Take you off the screen real quick. We're gonna try this one time. You already know it is by the sound of my voice. That's right, one for 6'9". JT back in this piece once again. You know I couldn't do this alone. I am joined by way of Florida. I got the Caribbean mommy inside the house, Mrs. JoJo. How you doing?
I'm back again. What up? You know who it is. This is Mrs. JoJo, aka the Caribbean. I am excited for today.
I'm really excited. We also got another person coming through by way of time. Because everything's bigger. And also, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Of course, we got La Madrena in the building. Nessa.
Hello. Everything bigger in Texas.
So yeah, I mean, it's pretty big. We're here. It's time to hop into it. It's a lot that's happened over I don't know, probably this past week, even today. So much news came out. Oh my God, it's a lot.
Faith.
Oh, shout out to the chat. My bad,
Jody.
Yo, yes, thinking like this big man. That's exactly what. Faith is inside the building. We got Jody in the building.
Jody Joe.
I'm a Faith, man. My fam down. But let's go ahead and get into it because there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to discuss, and I think JoJo, we could probably go ahead and get this started. So I'm gonna put the ball in your court. Where you want to start at?
Well, like I told JT earlier, I want to start with a PSA.
Ooh.
Hold on 1 second. Spotlight on you.
All right. So, I would just like to state right here, right now, I like to say that yes, I am new to the wrestling scene. All right. I've never claimed that I know everything. I never claimed to, be just, I don't know it all. And that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Talk that shit.
But here's the thing. We are here to enjoy the same product. Whether I be new, whether it be somebody that knows more than I do, we're all learning at the same time because new things happen all the time in WWE. And I learn just as I go. We're here to feel equal. We are here to enjoy the same things. We're here to discuss it and have different point of views. It's okay to have different point of views. Sometimes a fresh eye is okay. I may not be knowledgeable on all things. This is why we have people like JT. We have people like John. We have people like Trell. We have people like Nessa to be able to help people like me learn as we go, learn our past, learn things that, I may not know about. But here's the thing. It's called entertainment. We are here entertainment. That is entertainment. Another thing, telling people that you got to protect this thing is gatekeeping. It's gatekeeping. That is the definition of gatekeeping. Protecting something that does not belong to you, protecting that something that doesn't belong to you is gatekeeping.
Ooh, don't forget about the safe spaces.
This is a safe space. I don't have to point out every single, demographic, diversities, ethnicities, culture. Safe space. Period. Gender orientation, what you go by, what you go for. Don't need all that. Safe space. Period.
New, old.
Now, I'm not here to fight with nobody. I'm not here to prove myself right because I'm not fighting with people. But what I will not have is disrespect. Because where disrespect is given is going to be met with it. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to name any names out of respect. But here's the thing. We're on entertainment. We are all, and if you're on a podcast,
The podcaster.
That makes you a podcaster. Simple. Whether you be new, old, starting off, or you've been doing years in the game. Content creator. Been doing content creation since before this. I don't got to prove myself to nobody, nor do I have to get naked. Oh, so we have a little cleavage. Listen, I can hide this behind a sweater. I'm being also for real. This is me being real. But I don't have to get naked. But keep in mind, the product that we watch is more naked than I am.
Talk that shit, JoJo.
This is entertainment. We come here to enjoy. We come here to respect. We come here to discuss. And you know what? Learn some new things. We're all here to do the same thing. Eat from the same table. Enjoy together. This is supposed to be a community. Togetherness. A family of sorts. So with that being said, this is where I end this. I don't want to hear no more click, 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 clack. This is done. So if you're listening out there, this is over. So if you want to be miserable, do that on your own time. So with that being said, let's get on with the rest of the show. This table got meatloaf. This was funny. Not the meatloaf. JT, you're on mute again. Get on stage, sir.
I'm just gonna sit right here and drink this monster. Well said, JoJo. Well said. No bow-bows for you tonight. Well, maybe.
No, I still take it.
Yeah.
I still take it.
Tell them something, yo!
And did.
You know, I agree with JoJo.
JT, unmute yourself. We gonna fight, JT. with your mic.
With that being said, let's start this thing off right. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. Definitely well said. But let's talk about the pressing matters. We got a lot to talk about, not a lot of time, but we do have a lot of space. So with that being said,
it's Christmas in July.
It is on Hallmark.
It's Christmas in July.
Yeah, Hallmark has Christmas in July.
Wait, we find loopholes. We find loopholes.
Right. So, speaking of loopholes, there was a lot that went on. A lot that went on at Saturday night's main event. A lot that went on, of course, the follow-up. We also have the news. We got people whose contracts are up and they're free to do what they want. So let's talk about it. We have a few people that contract is up. The YS6. We also have inside that the Motor City Machine Guns, Zelina Vega, Aleister Black, and a host of other people. Question is, where are they going and why? So I propose that to the panel.
Well, Zelina Vega just posted something on her social medias, which I thought it was beautiful, very touching. I've never been a big fan of Zelina Vega, but I feel like her trying to put herself out there again is great, and I feel like them landing in TNA, it don't sit right with me just the way they left with WWE. So I do feel like if they're not going to be in the indies, like how Karrion Kross is and stuff like that, they're going to end up in AEW. Now, I don't know if Aleister Black is going to want to go back to AEW or if he can go back to AEW. So, and if they're going to go back as a package deal. But there's also New Japan. So I feel like it'll be either AEW or New Japan for them.
Okay. JoJo, what you got?
I mean, I feel like, and this is where they're going type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they would go wherever they're valued. To where they can earn more money for their value.
Yeah, more human monies. Why not?
Cause listen, I mean, Oscar, I ain't gonna do it for free, but you want to be valued where you doing what you love.
And again, look at Karrion Kross and Scarlett. They're not in a big old, they're not in TNA, they're not in AEW. They're doing amazing in the indies right now. So that could also be the answer too. Maybe they need to go back to the indies and get that, get that crowd going.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good certified answer. I like that.
John, you could have been here. Choices.
Big choices.
Yep. Go where you're celebrated,
like
not
that.
tolerated. Seems to be a topic.
That's the topic of.
No, the topic is I just might.
The verse talking about Santo Escobar going to AEW, I actually wouldn't mind that, just because I would like to see him with Andrade.
Okay. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's actually something that I would not mind. I would not mind Santos Escobar inside AEW. I wouldn't mind Santos Escobar and CMLL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, I kind of feel like at this point, it's free game, right? And I think that Tony holds all the money, right? There's no stab at TNA whatsoever. Let me clarify this. But if we're talking about money and reach and who's going to make the bigger offer, it's going to be Tony Khan, okay? Tony Khan is going to spend that. He's going to spend that shit. Spend that shit. He's going to do that, okay? Shout out to Young Miami, but yeah, he going to spend that shit. He gonna bring the money out, 50, hundreds, whatever the song say, 20, 50, hundreds, whatever. He gonna spend that money. And the reason why he gonna spend that money because he wants his product to attract more eyes. He wants it to bring in more revenue. And how do you bring in more revenue? You bring in people who faces are more familiar worldwide on a bigger stage. You got all those people who have been on a worldwide stage from the United States to Saudi Arabia to Australia, you name it, they touched. They have that reach. So if I'm him, I'm not going to try to sign everybody, but I'm damn sure going to try to sign a good handful of them. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, Dexter Lumis just won a bodybuilding competition. So Dexter out here doing side missions. It's like I feel like they didn't give her a proper run with the U.S. belt, but her match with Rhea and Puerto Rico will always hit me. Yes, that match right there for me. That match for me, I would say, is similar to when Sheamus had his match with Gunther at Clash at the Castle. No, was it Sheamus and Gunther or was it Sheamus and Drew McIntyre? It's one of the two.
Sheamus and Drew
McIntyre. They had the match and you had that big standing ovation. That's what they did for Zelina. So I agree with that comment. I definitely do. Let me see.
I feel like I told you should.
I should. What's up, John? Let's see. Going through the comments. Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. I like that. Buddy Murphy has not been on TV in so long that people have debuted and left companies. Yes, Buddy been gone for a year. No, he's clear. So I actually seen he put something out there. He's clear to compete. So I expect him to be back on TV. Another person I expect to be back on TV, switching companies to TNA. Mm-hmm. Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel is free. He's free of his injury. He's cleared. So I expect a huge singles run out of Trey Miguel and TV. Mm-hmm. This is the time you make them remember, hey, I get busy in this ring by myself. Nebraska was a great thing. Those my homies, those my friends. But let's not forget, Trey Miguel can get busy too. So I like that as well. But moving on from that, JoJo. tell me Sutton Joe. Let's talk about Saturday night's main events. It's on you, girl.
I've only got to watch a little bit because certain things were going on in the weekend, so I've been watching clips. First of all, I want to start off. Why are we still having Lyra looking like she's been homeless for a couple days?
Ooh, Lyra?
Yeah.
That girl looking crazy.
That's the point. She's giving me a mixture of Nikki Cross and oh my god, who else has done that crazy bit before? Damn, I can't remember who else did crazy. She it's a mixture of them, but she gives me Nikki Cross vibes, and I'm totally here for it. She kind of looks like The Grudge. I'm not even gonna lie. She
No Grudge.
look like The Grudge.
She looks like she's been doing a lot more than just not sleeping.
I don't know, but she been busy, like no sleep, no nothing. Now I know them type of people. Okay, them type of people used to be at the after hour clubs, when the clubs close at 11 o'clock in the morning, and they still party, and then the next after they leave, they look that tired. But I would say the match was good. It definitely turned her up. I like Bird Lady taking those broken wings and learning how to fly again. I like that. So it was good, and Miller was good. She made back Bailey. She packed Bailey out. But the question is Bailey contract? I mean, her contract is at the end of the year. Declaration, he's gonna leave. Question to the lady: Do you think she stays, resigns for lesser money, or do you think she leaves and goes elsewhere?
I hate to say it, I really do, but I feel like Bailey is on her way out. They're not doing anything with her. She pretty much at this point they're using her to put people over, and they're not doing nothing with her at all. Like, yes, I'm happy we still get to see her on live TV. She's still part of some PLEs, but she's not gaining nothing from it. Like I said last week before Saturday night's main event, I was like, this match with her and Lyra, whether she won, it wasn't gonna do nothing for her. Whether she lost, it's not gonna do nothing for her. It was all for Lyra to gain. And with her contract coming up, I honestly feel like she's going to AEW. She's going straight to AEW, and her best friend.
What was that song that you were singing yesterday? Reunited.
Oh yeah, Reunited. Wrong one. Wrong person.
It feels so good.
Reunited, and it feels so good. Yeah. Her and Miss Monet over there, they gonna do some damage. Very damage control.
Okay.
And I think this is like the start of Miss Thing's heel. I feel like she's going very heelish.
Who?
To me, she should have always been a heel. Yes. I don't like that. Like her coming out flapping the wings. Yeah, that's cool. But when she came up from NXT, she shouldn't have been the face. If you want to repackage them and you want them to make an impact, change up the character. Like, for me, she just screams heel. She doesn't scream face on this stage of where she's at. I think I've been saying it for the longest. Get rid of them fucking wings. Like, get rid of them. That's the same way I felt about Candice LeRae with the 60 wings, and the same way I felt about Alexa Bliss when she had it for a short while, and the same way I felt about a few people that had the wings in the back. Like, get rid of them. They're cute, but to see it every week, nah. Like, because I feel like the wings were holding the back. Aggression, like, get the wings up off you. You can fly a lot higher if you go full on hill.
That I feel like stuff like that's more like PLE stuff. Because
Mhm.
he comes out with his wings, but I only see them more during like his PLEs, during PLE matches when he does have them. But
See,
I do
that's different.
with Lyra going heel because her being a face, she was very boring. And then when she started that feud with Becky and she started doing some heelish stuff, I was like, oh, okay. Here
We
we
going
go.
somewhere.
We're going somewhere. And then she came back to being some kind of face, and I'm like, oh, you're boring again. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I honestly, a lot of people are like, I don't like this. You know, she looked homeless. She looked this. I'm like, I'm digging the crazy. But that could just be me because I like the loquitas. So,
Okay, that works. That works for me. Yeah, but Bailey, I think Bailey could end up all elite, and I'm not mad at it. I'm honestly not. A change of scenery may be good for her. Personally, before she leaves, bring me back inflatable tube hugger Bailey one last time. I've been saying this for like the last year. I'm like, all right,
you want the
I like
hugger.
I want the okay, I don't want the full hugger, right? Give me the inflatable tube man. Like give me a split personality like Mick Foley.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
One part mankind, one part do love.
I
She
got it.
ain't gotta like, be the hugger Bailey every week. She could switch up. Remember she had that thing at the beginning where you didn't know if she was mad
Yeah.
or if she had snapped or whatever. Like you didn't know if she was gonna beat Lyra up before they became a tag team.
I was
And
actually
all
digging that too. The schizo. Like, she was hearing the voices.
Schizo Bailey, yes. Give me Schizo Bailey. I like that.
And I agree right here with Verse right here. The way WWE has been treating Natty all these years is exactly how they're treating Bailey. Exactly how they're treating Bailey.
Yep.
And yeah, I honestly, as a fan, I would be sad to see her go, but I would love to see her shine somewhere else where she's appreciated.
She appreciated and not tolerated.
Agreed.
It was a New York Knicks parade. It was in New York. Like, that was the whole point of the show.
Okay, so what else we got on the menu from Saturday Night's main event? Let's see. Saturday Night's main event. Let's talk about it. Hot take. Is Saturday Night's main event becoming unbearable at this point? Now, don't get me wrong. Last week, we had heavy NBA presence, right? I felt like the New York Knicks were like the whole entire show to me. Like between Jalen Brunson, between Cathhausen, Carl Anthony Towns, between that, a lot of that devotion was given to them as far as time on the screen. And I think that could have went elsewhere. But again, it's a lot of missed opportunities where we could have made this something better than what we got. I mean, I'm appreciative, but I think it was too much heavy presence of the NBA kind of drowning it out. We also found out Rhea Ripley is now not stripped of the title like Naomi was. She's just out, and we're going to crown an interim WWE Women's Champion. We have a tournament going on. It's going to be a ladder match at SummerSlam. How y'all feel about that, JoJo?
I do feel like they did make it. Yes, we love that. They're integrating more stuff, but we weren't here for the WWE or the NBA here, or the integration. Perfect. That's what you get the integration of stars. Of course, you attract others by integrating that, but let's keep our main focus on what we're here for, is the WWE.
Okay, go ahead, Nessa. Speak on it, girl.
I enjoyed the show, and I agree to a point. Because I feel like, yes, it shouldn't have been all about the Knicks, and obviously it was because they just won. They're on New York is on a high right now. Totally get it. Now
that Danhausen called it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Bean Chahausen is the king of New York right now, so whatever. So
I love that.
So I feel like that part, because he was had a match and they had what's his name again? Carl Anthony
Towns.
Okay, yeah, him coming out with Danhausen, I feel like that worked out perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the end of it with Roman and Bronson, Jalen. I don't feel like
discussed him like 1,000 times.
I don't feel like that was needed, because there was no match. They were just kind of out there. Yes, we got a segment. Seth came out, whatever. But I feel like that part was just unnecessary. They could have easily had him in the crowd and acknowledged him. That could have been, like how they usually do. But the whole segment itself wasn't really needed. They could have did that on Raw. They could have, it could have just been like that.
Yeah, but
a little something.
They're in New York. I mean, of all places, that's where you're going to do that at. You got the NBA champions, the in-houses here. Everyone had their Knicks colors on. Punk and Cody had the Knicks colors on. They end up going over because of Nick Aldis getting involved. And now we got to talk about the SummerSlam build, because the SummerSlam build is actually looking pretty good as far as what we got. But once again, the card is looking good. Is there one match on here that I'm clamoring to go see? Not really, other than maybe 3 matches out of everything, right? And this is no bias. I am looking forward to seeing Nick Aldis step back in the ring with Gunther, because I haven't seen Nick Aldis wrestle since I went to the NWA 70 in Nashville, Tennessee. But I would love to see him wrestle Gunther. 2 great wrestlers from the UK getting it on here, Minneapolis. I think it's nice. The other match that I'm looking forward to see is possibly Punk and Cody. I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
It really is.
And Roman Seth. Like, I'm not excited about any other match on this card. There's a lot. So, I mean, of course, Brock versus Ola. That's it. 4. But anything else, like, you don't have to sell me on it a little bit more. I need you to sell. And do you feel like they're selling you guys to watch this event? If you wasn't doing podcasting, if you wasn't a content creator, do you feel like, okay, this is the card, this is the show that I got to go out and spend my money on to go see?
But even as a content creator, I don't. And honestly, I don't feel like it's the PLE at itself is worth 2 days right now. Because it's a 2-day event.
Yeah.
This could all be done on one day if that's the case.
It really can.
I'm definitely with DJT. I have been wanting this match for like a year or 2 now. So I'm excited that we're finally getting Roman and Seth. Like, we gonna get it. It's over. Obviously Brock and Oba we're gonna see how we get swerved and we don't get swerved. Will the IWC burn, or will the IWC, celebrate Brock Lesnar's demise? Cody and CM Punk, even though they are hated right now, is going to be extremely, extremely fire. And I'm actually, that one, Liv and Io, I'm excited to see, just because I want to see what exactly is going to happen. And if anyone, are we going to get Stephanie? Are they going to be that predictable? Is Raquel going to turn on Liv or Roxanne? Or I think that one is more of the drama that brings me into the fight. Even though Io and Liv have amazing in-ring chemistry together, I'm more here for that drama part. Other than that,
I feel that. That's where I'm at. Yo, shout out to my boys.
Yes.
What's going on to my boys out there, man? Represent, man. Make sure you go ahead. You follow the homies. Follow the homies, man. Ills, shares, tries, and bucks, man. Follow my boys out there inside. Represent, of course, the tri-state area. These guys put on hella parties. They've done watch parties. Jersey coming up. Do not repeat your predictions for SummerSlam with Roman's. Oh, damn, yeah. I heard about that. Faith, she ain't like that.
She was cussing at us in all languages.
Spanish, in English, Samoan.
I mean, but you brought it up, so yeah, let's go. Let's go ahead and go right to it, man. Let's talk about that 6-man tag team match that they got going on. And I'm gonna be for real with this one. I think, to me, we could be doing something else. I like Jacob. I like what we doing with the bloodline, but Jacob don't need that shit.
Nope.
He don't.
Talk that shit, Jacob.
He don't need it because Jacob is a star on his own. This doesn't elevate anyone inside the faction. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jacob is already there. To me, Jacob's already there. He's not getting elevated from being with Roman because Jacob already has the star power. Yes, I would like to see him and Roman work against each other, but to have him as, basically his new boy, I don't want to say that because I know my Polynesian people, they roll deep. So there may be some Polynesian people there here in Cleveland, and they may want to pull up and they may start, doing the dance and shit, and not like 17 Samoans.
He's gonna hear a hawk outside his door and be like, "Oh shit, it's a war cry."
Yeah, and I ain't trying to go to war with nobody, but
it was Faith.
Let's talk about it. 6-man tag. We got the Usos and Jacob Fatu going up against Little Brother Solo, L.A. Knight, yeah, and who's the other person inside the tag team match? Royce Keys, Powerhouse Hobbs. We got Royce Keys inside the match.
What is it that we call them? Big body beds.
Big body beds.
Big body beds.
Oh, my stomach hurt yesterday.
Big body beds. Wow. That's some wild shit.
The match itself is gonna be good. But I don't feel like anyone gains anything from it.
Yeah.
But entertainment wise,
it's gonna be entertaining.
It's gonna further stories. How about that? It'll further a story because if the Usos and Jacob Fatu cannot be on the same page like how they were on Monday, they're losing.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. Let's go. And I think honestly, this is where the bloodline catches their hell at. I think somehow, some way, either two things happen, and I'm hoping for the latter. Either Jacob, I'm sorry, not Jacob, either Solo turns, which I'm hoping for, which I want it to happen. Either Solo turns or we get a new Samoan debut, right? Like, I would like to see something along that sort because there were warnings and warnings and warnings from Jacob 5-2 saying, all right, it's your last chance. I'm trying to save you, blah, 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 blah. So what if we finally do get Zilla? What if we finally get somebody, right? But I want something of substance. Let's pick the. Matter of fact, we're not picking no winners. We're just talking about the cards because we'll talk about prediction next week. Another match that they sprung up on us, like we talked about the interim WWE Women's Ladders match, and honestly, that can go either way. But if you did have a woman to win this match, who's that person that's going to be the interim champion?
Who's in the ladder match again? Or they're doing qualifiers, right?
So right now, I think there's only three. I think Jade qualified, Tiffany Stratton qualified. I think the third one was, I want to say Charlotte. I got to go back and watch. But if you had to throw your dark horse in there to win it, who do you got?
And this is all from just SmackDown, right?
Yeah, this is from SmackDown. You know, the show that actually showcases women last week, apparently.
I'm actually not very happy about this because for me, the word interim means stand-in. Mm-hmm. And then once that person comes back, you're not standing no more. So, he said the third is going to be Nia versus Charlotte. I would have loved to see Lash. Lash would have been my pick. But I'm going to go with John was trying to do with the Queen of the Ring and give it to Charlotte and let her get that 15. But again, so the way they have this set up, it's to be interim champion. So when Rhea Ripley gets back,
you gotta face Rhea Ripley now to be the undisputed champion.
So are you facing Rhea, right? So if you win, you keep the championship, or is she taking that shit back? Is my question.
So no, I mean sort of like the UFC, like if a fighter goes down, right? Dana White ends up putting on a match or two, and then whoever's the winner out of those matches, they go on to an interim championship fight. Okay, whoever's the interim champion, they win their championship. When said champion does come back, said champion now faces the interim champion. And whoever wins that belt, whoever wins that match is now undisputed. I mean, if you want to go like kind of throwback in wrestling, we can do Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon for the championship, right? You know, that's a great example. Or you want to do interim, right? I mean, we can technically, but CM Punk, John Cena, like CM Punk leaves and then, you know, John Cena beats Rey Mysterio that night. They both stand in the ring with the championship, right? That's how we get to the undisputed champion.
Got it.
But yeah, so if I had a dark horse to win this, I'm not gonna hold you. Put the belt back on Jade. Put it back on Jade. Because I kind of felt like that run was too short.
And it was.
And people were pissed about Jade. Talking about, oh, she barely having any matches. She barely defended the title. Rhea Ripley ain't defended the title at all. I mean, granted, injury, but it's the same thing that's happening with Liv. Liv hasn't defended the World Heavyweight Championship for the women. So none of these titles are being defended. So we can't really get mad at it. But that's a little bit of shake-up inside, I guess, SummerSlam. Other matches announced. They did announce, what was it? Danhausen versus, what was it, JD, JoJo?
What was the question?
I said, was it JD? Did they announce Danhausen versus JD McDonough? I
No.
could have sworn I heard that.
I think that
Dominic. It's JD versus Dominic. No, not JD. Hausen versus Dominic.
Yeah.
How Danhausen versus Dominic? Oh, that's right. He faced JD.
He just faced JD, yeah.
Not bad. He just faced JD. So it's Dominic versus Danhausen. That's what it is. My bad.
That's
So many days of wrestling smushed in together, man. But yeah, it's Dominic versus Danhausen. I love Danhausen. That's the homie. That's my boy. But
he taking down the whole Judgment Day.
yeah, he's taking everybody down one by one. But is this a SummerSlam worthy match? Like,
No.
is this something that you put on the PLE, or is this like a random Monday Night Raw?
It is not. It really. It honestly, the fact that it was on Saturday Night's main event, I feel like that is something more. Like, because Saturday Night's main event is pretty much like a glorified house show, just live.
True.
So I don't think Dominic versus Danhausen is SummerSlam worthy. Unless Dominic is breaking the curse at SummerSlam.
That's the only way I see it.
Right? Because if not, it should just been left on Monday Night Raw.
You did that to yourself, Dale. We did
Oh
that
no,
to yourself.
that's Queen Icy up in the comments right now. So you know.
Oh, what the people in the comment talking about? Tell me something, Joe. What are they talking about?
Hey, Circle Debate. Hi, Ivan.
Oh, shout out to Circle Debate. Shout out to Ivan. Shout out to the people that have been. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. Make sure you tell a friend. Pull up. Share this. You've been watching for 52 minutes. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. It's a good place on there. But I would say definitely it's not.
Somebody said that was a pre-show match.
Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, ESPN is pushing WWE to put on so many matches. I think they said, what I read was ESPN is expecting between, I think, 11 to 12 matches. And right now, I want to say they have 7 announced so far. So, I could be wrong, but I want to say 7. Let's see. Roman, Seth.
They've got 8.
They got 8. They have 8 matches.
They've got Seth and Roman, Oba, and
Savage, my boot is in the comments.
They've got Punk and Cody, Penta and Gable, Liv and Io, Liv and Io, the Usos, and then Gunther and Aldis. So no, that's 7 because they doubled.
And Dom and Hausen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 8.
Yeah.
Yep. There's 8.
So that's 8. I'm not sure like what the next 3 matches are, but here is a suggestion.
Isn't the ladder match going to be at SummerSlam too?
Yeah.
Okay, so then technically that would be
9.
Unofficially, it would be 9.
Okay, so here's a suggestion from me. You know what title has not been defended at a PLE in a long time?
The U.S. title?
The U.S. title, the IC title for the women, definitely the U.S. title. How about we plug that in over there? We could plug that in as a match. I mean, Tiffany Stratton, granted, she's inside the ladder match. All right. If we don't plug that match, you also have the IC title that could be defended by the women's IC champion.
Well, she has a match on Monday with Raquel. So
I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, that's something for me. Raquel is SummerSlam. Like, you could put
yeah,
Raquel in
that
SummerSlam.
should have been a SummerSlam match. I totally agree.
That should have been SummerSlam. But I just kind of feel like at this point, we just trying to throw shit on the wall and see if this match is going to stick. So these are some of the reasons why this card isn't hitting for me. Unfortunate. But once again, it's just I need a little bit more for me to be invested to take off 2 days just to watch wrestling.
Faith has a question.
Put it up on the screen for me, JoJo. What's the question? From Faith. What Faith talking about?
I can read it. She said, "What if Jacob goes to have beef with Jay mid-match and Jimmy chooses to side with Jacob?" Just a thought.
Hey, Savage. Hey, beautiful. Okay, so what if Jacob goes to the beef with Jay mid-match and Jimmy chooses to side with Jacob? I think that's going to cause a little rift. But once again, I don't see them splitting up the Usos. Again, like the umpteenth time. Like I don't see that. But if it was to happen, like at this point, we're just trying to progress the story.
Yeah. I ain't listening to your punk ass Jay.
Yeah. You know, that gotta be the worst. Like every week, I'm a punk ass bitch. Like that gotta be the worst.
Every week, Jay's being called a punk ass.
We gotta fight. Like I ain't gonna be too many of your punk ass motherfuckers. Like that's not gonna happen. It's coming, JT. Unfortunately, you know what? I said the same thing a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, and I think it may be. Let's keep the ball moving and keep the thing rolling. So let's move away from SummerSlam. Hopefully they get their shit together. Saturday Night Main Event was, cool. We touched on that a little bit, but let's hop into some news real quick, and then we'll get on to the TNA, and we'll get on to AEW Redemption predictions, and I have all that stuff. So, real quick, one last question for y'all about SummerSlam before we move on. I'm sorry. Which SummerSlam storyline has been your favorite so far? This story with this year. Look at that. If it take that long to think about it, it ain't now.
Well,
it ain't one.
For me, I guess again because I've been asking for it for like 2 years or so. Roman and Seth.
Okay, JoJo.
The newcomer and the old man, Oba.
Okay, I can see that.
But I see what you did there, and I see your point, and yeah, that's how like.
If it's taking you that long to even talk about it, then there's nothing there exciting for you. Basically.
Like for WrestleMania, I easily, and it was automatic with Stephanie and Liv. Automatic. You can't because you said the same thing, so don't even go there. You're just making faces because you don't like Liv. But it was the build up, the drama, like.
Because we love the drama.
But that's what, again, I keep telling people, that's what draws you into the matches. It's not just the wrestling. It's the entertainment part of it.
Absolutely.
Agreed. See?
And if you can't keep the entertainment and the drama, the story, if you can't capture people with the story, no one's really going to be paying attention to the match.
You know what? You make a lot of interesting points, but real talk.
Okay, how you know?
I know them very well.
Okay.
You know what's coming.
I know what's coming. How you know?
You know.
You know what's coming. Andrade, we need our residuals. Okay? I'm not playing.
Hey, Ariel.
Shout out to Ariel. But let's keep this thing moving. So let's talk about the news. Let's see what the nose is talking about. JoJo, if you will.
All right. So Nessa's going to snap again with this one. Tom Brady.
Oh.
In the WWE. Is Tom Brady WrestleMania material? Yeah. Guest hosts, What are your thoughts?
Why do y'all have problems with celebrities getting involved? It's been happening since the beginning of wrestling.
No, literally, since the beginning of wrestling.
And again, like I said yesterday, there's literally a Hall of Fame section specifically for celebrities. And I don't know if it's because y'all don't I don't really care for Tom Brady like that either. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Y'all are just picking and poking and choosing who to be mad. Like, y'all was mad about Little Yachty being here. Like, for what reason?
That's mad. Just waiting on the anger.
But said nothing about I Show Speed.
Speaking of streamers, that guy, what's his name?
Oh, Neon,
whatever the fuck. Yeah, this idiot films Penta without his mask on. Dominic politely walks up to him by the barricade, shoots him the bird. Okay, now granted,
you Dominic,
he doesn't know wrestling etiquette. He's a streamer. But at the same time, somebody should have told this motherfucker stuff. You do not film a luchador without their mask on. Like, that's cardinal rule. Like, I've been around luchadors at dinner, and they felt safe with me with myself and Cheech to take off their masks. Now, did I know who was who? No. I mean, unless they had their shirt on. It seemed like a tattoo. Pause. That's the only way that I would know. But it should have been some type of wrestling etiquette there. It really should have.
But like you said, he's a wrestling streamer. He's a content creator.
Well, no, he's not a wrestling streamer. He's just a streamer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just a streamer. So
even that, like I was saying, as a content creator and you're going to be doing things like that, backstage stuff and all that, you have to have awareness of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Not only you, and he has a camera person. That camera person should have automatically flipped the other way instead of
read the wrong.
Yeah. So, and for the people that were like, well, why does Penta have his mask off? He shouldn't have his mask off.
What?
There are a lot of people in those comments talking about
people saying that.
Yes. Penta should have had his mask on. Why did he should have known better? Like, that man is allowed to.
Fucking joke. Somebody tell me this is a fucking joke. Tell me, somebody. Is it a joke?
Yeah.
Listen to me, okay? Mm-hmm. Y'all dirty motherfuckers was complaining about wearing COVID masks for a long period of time. You think this man about to wear a whole entire latex mask
with makeup
from the time he get off the plane from the time he get to the dressing room, from the time he hit the curtain, from the
Mhm.
time they leave the arena, from the time that he go on the plane, you think he gonna wear a mask? So hell no, he not wearing a mask the whole time. Is you nuts? Is you silly? Did you bump your head? Like what's going on? Like, please, cállate la boca. You know, sit down somewhere. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Yeah,
Wow.
yes, I do know a little bit of Espanol.
Yes.
I'm not trying to hear that. That makes zero sense.
Exactly, Faith. Exactly. But yeah, again, it's just all about awareness. And then you're recording at a live event, which you know you're not supposed to do. Like,
I think they gave him permission though.
no, they told him something. He had to stop. In his
Oh,
video, the security or whoever went up to him and told him that he needed to stop.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else we got inside the news, JoJo? Outside, outside of Tom Brady, which we asked about it. I don't think I gave my 2 cents. Listen, whatever. It's Tom Brady. Okay.
Tom Brady, I'm gonna need you to work on your pimp slap though, because what was that?
Yeah, that was kind of weak. But
Logan Paul had to do all the work.
Now, question:
yeah,
could Tom Brady, could be a reoccurring personality, or could we see him as possibly becoming the next WWE's Batman?
No.
Now listen, hold on. Wait a minute. What if Tom Brady can actually cook? What if Tom Brady actually is pulling out some McAfee type level matches, right? Like, I think it's possible because he's athletic. That's number one. I think number two, if anybody dedicates themselves to the training and they have the right dance partner, it's going to make them look good. Do I think he should be a recurring guest host or a host weekly on the show? I mean, if we're building to a feud, but then also got to look at whose spot are you taking TV away on that roster. So there's a flip side on that coin. Go ahead, Nessa.
No, again, it's one of those things where we don't know exactly what's about to happen. And whether he has a match or not, again, it's not the first time. This is how we get outside audience to see the product. And again, they're going to be doing a lot. We see football players, soccer players, basketball players, movie stars, and there's a deal that they have with, ESPN. So the way we see them in, on our shows, they see our wrestlers on their shows. Like, there are people that don't watch wrestling and they're like, who is this? And why are they on my screen? Look at Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has been on ESPN and doing stuff with ESPN for months now. Danhausen.
Yeah, Roman Reigns, Paul
Roman
Heyman.
Reigns, so it's kind of like they make appearances here and, they make appearances there. It's all about, what's that word?
Crossover.
Yeah, but there was I'm having a brain fart.
It's all right. We all have them.
Like the weekend?
Make sure you
Connections.
Capital connections. You gotta have capital connections in this world.
Connections.
Kind of like what Ray Gibson was selling Claude Banks. You gotta have capital connections. Spanky's real plugged in, right? You gotta have these connections.
Not flat back.
I need more celebrities like The Weeknd. I mean, the Weeknd I've been on every single. I mean, he done like the last 5 or 6 WrestleMania theme songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime The Weeknd has a new song, just know it's gonna be one of the things. Hey, If Logan Paul wears a Jets jersey, yo, the beef turned up. Let's see. Athletic don't mean you can bump. That is true.
That's why I was like,
Okay, look at Jelly Roll. He's wrestling serious. He lost the weight and he trained.
He did.
That's true. Wish he was part of the roster full time. I love Jelly. I mean, I like Jelly on my toes. So I don't know if I like Jelly Roll to be a full time wrestler. But he gotta grow on me. It's the same thing Logan Paul did. Like he kind of grew on me. He took
Logan Paul as a person. Logan Paul as a wrestler. Okay.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at Bad Bunny. I wasn't expecting Bad Bunny to move like that inside the ring, but he did that. He
did that. He need to come back. He wanted that. I need him to come back.
Yeah,
him and Stephen Amell. And I think I just want to see Stephen Amell on my screen again, but you know.
You know what I'm saying? Like Bad Bunny had the crowd turned up. But let's move on to the next topic. What you got, JoJo?
So, speaking of WWE's maybe commentators or anything, WWE Radio. I did see that they're coming out with radio for WWE. I guess for listeners that may be like on the go. Would you subscribe to WWE Radio?
I mean, I already have Sirius XM, so to give a little bit more light on it, they're rebranding Pro Wrestling 24/7, which was like the Busted Open channel. So they're rebranding it. So it's now going to be called WWE Radio. All the shows are going to still be the same, as far as with Dave LaGreca, the coach, Not So Sam Roberts, and Tommy Dreamer, and everyone that's a part of Busted Open as a whole, Pro Wrestling 24/7, Pro Wrestling Nation. But what they're adding into it is WWE. So you're going to get the podcast, like what's your story, the last ride, tell me what do you want to talk about. Like you can get all the WWE podcasts. You're also going to get live play-by-play for Monday Night Raw, NXT, SmackDown, PLEs. So it's going back in time, right? Back in the day, you can listen to wrestling over the radio, right? The same way that you can listen to a baseball game, a basketball game, a football game, the radio. So I think this is good, especially for people that drive for a living, like your truck drivers and, people that can't really watch, because they're doing some type of work that requires their, eyes to be full attention. So I think this is a good move. It's a money move. It's a major move. I think if it is done right, this may transcend the way other people look at wrestling, right? Because this is on Sirius XM, right? This is satellite radio. People with money have Sirius XM, okay? I got Sirius XM. Don't mean I got money, but usually people who have Sirius XM, they're paying for the whole entire subscription for everything. So would I continue to pay for that? Absolutely. And that's on you, girl.
I agree with you that it would be a good thing for people on the go. If you're, type of people that like to listen to podcasts, and you're more of a listener than you are like you don't need to like visually see it, then this is definitely for you. Now, like watch, PLEs and stuff like that. For me, I would rather visually watch it than listen to it. So it wouldn't be something that would benefit me. But again, there are people, like you said, that are, always on the go, truck drivers, things like that are always traveling, that this will be perfect for them. And those people that do like to sit there and listen to the podcast and all that, it's all in one. So I think they'll make money with it, definitely.
So it's like listening to like baseball and football games on the radio, because I know like when I was younger, my aunt used to do the same thing. It would be a baseball game, and I'm like, are they telling you play by play on the radio?
Yes, they are.
And that's exactly what. I wonder if this is exactly they're gonna go
with the commentators. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, for someone that me is more visual.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it would be something for me that I'm like, unless I'm like just need some background noise kind of thing. But
Like
I think it's a good move. Yeah,
Like,
I think it's a good move
on the
though,
go.
just because, like you said, there is a lot of people on the go that want to still watch the product but can't because they're moving.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, you also can look at it like, I mean, that too, but blind, look at, I mean, not to say look at blind people because it's kind of fucked up because they can't look. But what, listen, I was not trying to be fucked up when I said that, okay? I have, I think, you know, I have two cousins that's blind. And they are very knowledgeable about their surroundings. But I can tell you one thing, they can't tell you what an AA looks like. But they can tell you what it feels like by the commentary. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like that, you know. So I think it's a good move. I don't really listen to the radio, but I do turn on Sirius XM to listen to Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. But you know, I think once again it's a good move. So as long as they don't fuck up the formula too much, my biggest fear is that they're going to change up the formula with how they present, because WWE is the mainstay on the platform. So do I foresee them talking about AEW? Because they talk about AEW, they talk about TNA, they talk about MLW, they talk about independent wrestling things on Pro Wrestling Nation. They talk about these things. Do I see them still talking about AEW? Probably not. Do I still talking about TNA? Yes, because of the partnership.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on, put that comment back on the screen because I was not looking. All I seen was like, hey, go back. I can't see man panties and open thighs on the podcast.
I mean, unless the commentators want to like, all right, he's coming out in his panties. Yes, man panties.
Thank you.
Obafemi is wearing the black and red trunks.
He's wearing the black and red trunks, hugging in all the right places.
Listen, I need you to
under chocolate thighs. Like that's the kind of description. If that's the case,
we need a bedtime story. This sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't want
coming down, dripping and sweat, all oiled up. Yeah, that's the kind of commentary I need. If that's the case.
Oh no, we get a little bit too much too graphic. You got too much dip on your chip now. Too much dip on your chip. I'm not mad about it. But another thing is that how this benefits WWE bigger than it benefits Sirius XM.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're across all platforms, your television, your social media, your radio, you're everywhere. So this is big. It's a huge move. I mean, I think if you're gonna go this route, then AEW needs to get on AM radio, because I don't know too many FM stations that cover wrestling or sports, but I know AM radio does. So mm-hmm. if I'm AEW, that's what I'm looking for, like a AM radio slot where they can listen to my shows too. What else you got there? What you cooking? Where's Joe?
Now, my question is, who should host a weekly show like WWE show?
So if WWE did their own, like let's say outside of the PLEs and the weekly shows and the podcasts, so they had like their own show, like a new show to put on there. Now that's the thing. Like if they do that, then they have to knock off one of the shows that's already on rotation. But I wouldn't mind seeing Booker T's show, the Hall of Fame, come on to Sirius XM. He has a pretty good show. I wouldn't mind seeing Booker T's show and wouldn't mind seeing a show with. I gotta use someone who's not active on the roster, right? So if we're talking not active on the roster and not doing nothing, give Kevin Owens a show. Give Kevin Owens a show on WWE Radio. That'd be interesting.
It was me yesterday.
Cross my legs and cross my toes.
The Young Kings Wrestling Podcast.
I'm here for all of that.
Let's see. How much more money do they want from us? Netflix, ESPN, and the dang Surfshark. Listen, they want all your money.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Coach is out.
I think they had talked about this a while back, but that was probably one of the moments I was not paying attention.
Damn. Let's
But
see.
if you truly think about it, it is a good move. Just because everything now is you're streaming or podcasting. No one really listens to the radio like that, unless it's something like how you're saying XSM radio. So you're pretty much going where the audience is going. And that's a big move for them.
Huge move. Major move. I like it. Some other people, not so much, but I definitely like it. But the hating about this.
This shit gotta stop.
Now I want to watch House Party.
Listen, you know that's like my favorite movie of all time.
I love me some Kid and Play. Hey.
1 and 2, most definitely. 3 I put up there. Anything after 3, it never happened.
See,
doesn't exist.
I indulged it and I watched the new version of it. And
What new version?
There's a new it came out.
It never happened.
Years ago. Yeah.
It never happened.
It was not. It was not good. It was not good.
It never happened. No, I seen it, and to be honest, after watching that,
Hated it.
Hated it.
definitely hated it.
My God, today.
Hated it.
All right, JoJo. What we got next?
All right. Speaking of loving and hating, very great segue. Samoa Joe chooses love, spending time with his girlfriend, who's now his wife, over wrestling. What are our thoughts on this? Like, are we blaming Samoa Joe?
Absolutely not. Listen,
Priorities? I mean,
priorities. That man chose to take a booking to go up against Necro Butcher because it was in the same city where his girlfriend stayed at. He booked that trip to buy some cheeks. I'm not mad at it.
yes,
Okay?
on a Thursday night.
He booked that match. He took the booking because he knew if I go down here, I'm gonna get some ass. And you know how many men have traveled a lot of places just because they knew they was gonna get some ass? There's men right now that are filling up their gas tank as we speak because they're driving to a whole nother state to go get some ass. There's nothing wrong with that. Ass is good. Ass is also evil. But you put evil and ass together, get you some evil ass. Woo! That's a whole lot.
BBD said it best. You can't trust a girl with a big butt and a smile.
I mean, obviously it worked out. They're married now, but I'm not blaming them. I'm not. Listen, you mean I can get paid and
Already
clap
questions.
cheeks afterwards? Samoa Joe is the real one in this one. Shout out to Samoa Joe.
Now, so you do the same. You would take the deathmatch booking or spend time with your future star.
Why not both? He did both. He took the booking to get the ass.
He's like, I'm gonna do both. I can have best both worlds. Thank you.
Again, it's one of those things where it's priority. Okay.
Like,
If you've been in this game for a long time and you ready, you know, like of course you love your career, you love your job, but it's like you want, you know, have fun, settle down, then you choose that, and I don't see nothing wrong with that because again, it's your choice, and it's no one else's.
That's right. Go get you some ass, man. I ain't
So
mad at you, Samoa Joe.
we can say that he's like a
He got some
patron
real
saint
niggas.
of the work life.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
why-
there's nothing wrong with him choosing that. Again, it's not your life. It is not your life.
Shout out
I'm
to
not.
Thurday.
I'm not mad at it. Hey, listen. At the end of the day,
Hey, yo, hey, niggas get shot every day, B. You tough, right?
you know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas get shot every day. So at the end of the day, if you want out to go get you some ass, I'm not mad about it. But if you haven't watched Dark Side of the Ring, go check out that episode. We talk about Deathmatch. Eddie Kingston's inside of it. Samoa Joe's inside of it. Sandman's inside of it. Another person I think they should have had a part of that was Nick Cage as well. But I digress. But yeah, that Dark Side of the Ring is doing a phenomenal job with these stories. I'm enjoying it very much so. Let's move on to the next one real quick. The big one, the big thing that everyone is talking about happened on Tuesday. Excuse me, Pretty Lady from the Caribbean. Yeah, you right there with the braids inside your head. Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
we talking
yeah.
about Mike Santana?
Yes, listen. Go
About
ahead.
Mike Santana.
Set it up. Jojo, I need you to do something for me.
Tell him something, Joe.
Talk about it.
I'm starting off with questions.
Questions.
Asking all them questions.
Asking all them questions.
Is Mike Santana the future of NXT champion?
Nessa, I'm gonna let you take this one.
Yes. Yes.
The man.
That is the king of New York. No, I can't even say it. Jojo, say it for me.
Is the king of New York.
Thank you.
Wepa. That's Poppy right there.
This is when Shawn Michaels, you strike when the iron is hot. And the partnership that WWE and NXT has with TNA was the perfect platform to bring this man over. And then to put him over. Absolutely. So now that he's officially strictly WWE, there's so much opportunity for him. And I feel like he's definitely going to shine. Definitely.
Okay. Jojo, what you think?
Oh, he's definitely in the future. I just gotta hit him with Wepa.
Wepa.
I'm sorry, Cheech, but that's Poppy right there.
So that's Poppy.
That's Poppy.
I ain't mad at him.
Don't kill me.
I ain't mad at him. Check what the comments talking about, Jojo.
Let's check the chat. But what is going on?
Clapping cheeks and making a classic one trip. Yes, why not?
Again, Priorities.
Priorities. Let's see. May play double duty somehow. I got you. Hello. Hope they give Santana the scrap because he's still TNA, right? No. So Santana's contract ran up to TNA.
And JT went disappearing?
I'm here.
All right. So now, off of the main roster in 2027, WWE found the next Latino megastar?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, he's a megastar, okay? He was on NXT one night. 24 hours later, he's 6.5 million views across all social media platforms. Out of the top 10, he makes number 1 on the list. The man is a star. He has crossover appeal. I just hope they don't change his name because they didn't say his name. And that's the part that worries me.
I don't feel like they should, even though they have been doing that. I don't think they should. And then they played his music. So I feel like
clearly says his name in it.
Yeah, so I feel like they should and will keep his name because then it's gonna be a little weird seeing him and then not be Mike Santana. Like that's just him. That was, that's what makes him him.
Okay. What you got, JoJo?
I've only got one thing to say.
One thing?
I hope I speak for all of us on here on Marks with Mike. This is a Marks with Mike's take. Mike Santana isn't getting over. He's been over.
That part. Drop on the clues bombs. Like, yeah. He's been over. And I'm with you on that, JoJo. It's like, I've seen a few comments like, he didn't do anything spectacular. He didn't have to do nothing spectacular. He just came and he already had calls. he walked down the aisle. I mean, he walked through the crowd. That was it. And that generated enough buzz as is. There was speculation. Some people thought AEW, but he chose which was the right decision for him. And he has his partner in crime with him, his daughter, the person that he fights for every day, the person that he's lacing up the boots for, his why, as he says. That's his reason why. And he talks a lot about his daughter every interview. Matter of fact, speaking of interviews, if you want to go back, go to the YouTube page, check out the Mike Santana interview with El Cheech doing the interview duties on that particular video. Very good interview. Shout out to Ross Foreman for making that happen. But yeah, go check out that interview in particular.
It's Poppy interviewing Poppy.
Poppy interviewing Poppy. I like that. I like that. Let's see. Someone's
Santana.
That's right. Hello, Cheech. But yeah, I think this is big for NXT. I hope he takes the belt off, or someone takes the belt off Tony D'Angelo, because he'd have been in NXT for like 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's time for him to graduate.
He got to go.
We were talking about super seniors. He's a super senior.
Like you remember the movie How High, and Snoop Dogg was still in high school that whole time.
Super senior.
Like his jacket had class 76, class of 92, class of 2000. It just kept going down on his jacket.
He's Teddy from ATL.
Yeah, he's Teddy from ATL for sure. Like you should have been graduated, brother.
That is awful.
It's kind of over, my brother.
I think he's ready for the main roster. So I think if Evil don't take it from him, Santana should definitely take it from him and go on one hell of a run.
I'm with that. You, JoJo, you with that too?
Agreed.
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 All right, let's move on to what we got next popping. Let me check these comments real quick. They still said his name on Facebook. Yeah, on Facebook, but let's be for real. Facebook ain't popping like it used to pop. You know what I'm saying? People ain't checking Facebook for their news. You know how many false advertisers be on Facebook? But yeah, I think they did a, you know, oh my God, he's here. Oh my God, he's like, you know his name. He done wrestled on NXT twice. Like, don't do that. Don't act like this is his first rodeo. He done been. Stop that shit. But let's see what else we got. Santana for the Rumble 2027. I wouldn't mind Santana making an appearance inside of the ring. Do I see him winning it? Nah. Because, you know, WWE, they like to do that. You know, pressure makes diamonds whole the entire thing. So I think they'll dang the carrot for, like, you know, at least a year or so when they call them up to the main roster. They pretty much going to Joe Hendry, you know, sign on NXT, have them on NXT for like a year and to the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where we go with that.
And if you think about it, he's still a little green. He's still got some work to do. He's not as much. Because it's a different environment from TNA to move over to, you know, WWE.
Well, yeah, he has to learn like the WWE way of doing things, basically, like how they wrestle for this hard cam and what's the best angle. But as far as like carrying himself in the ring, two-time TNA champion, first Puerto Rican TNA champion. So, you know, I don't think he can ring, but I do think that, you know, he'll probably learn to stack him a little bit. But other than that, I think he's good to go. Speaking of good to go, I think there's a few more things I think we talked about. Yes.
Now,
so
since we talking about NXT. Listen. Josh Bishop.
Yes, Josh Bishop.
We like Josh.
Josh Bishop.
Fit for WWE, NXT, or Evolve? What we talking about?
I think for me, right? Only because I had the chance to follow the man's career, as far as coming up into the wrestling game. I think Josh Bishop could make a major impact on NXT. Just to learn the WWE style. He's aggressive. He's a great wrestler. He's believable. He reminds you of Psycho Sid. But he's a freak of nature. I mean, Westside Gunn is not investing so much attention and money into this person if he doesn't think he's the future. I mean, his face is literally on what, three or four Westside Gunn's album covers. Hills Have Eyes 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think Josh Bishop is on there. He has 3 or 4 songs that reference him. He has a following. I think him being on NXT is the move. You get Tony D'Angelo up out of there, and you put a Josh Bishop in there, we cooking. Now, unfortunately, if Josh Bishop does, you know, great with the tryout and they sign him, because he has a tryout in Minneapolis for SummerSlam. But if he does great, then MLW is left without another, you know, skyscraper. You know, right now the tag team consists of Donovan Dijak and Josh Bishop. Josh Bishop came in to replace Bishop Dyer, aka Baron Corbin. So if he does end up signing with WWE, it's an L for MLW, but MLW will be okay. MLW has a phenomenal roster. LeBron Gazon, Kushida's over there. they have a phenomenal roster over there. Contras over there, the Good Brothers over there, Shotzi's over there. So they have a good roster. Karrion Kross, Killer Cross, is
Yes.
MLW champion. Scott
Yes.
So MLW, they cooking either way.
Mm-hmm.
If they lose Josh Bishop, they just lose him. They still gonna cook. But
I think they might do what they're doing with Nikita and have him teeter totter between both Evolve and
NXT.
yeah. And I feel like if they do that, he'll even get more exposure than what he already has. Because, like you said, he has a big following.
That's why he's.
And I think to just introduce him into everything, I think have him in Evolve but still bring him into NXT. And then just kind of slowly transition him into NXT.
Okay. I like that. Where else are we at, Joe?
Now, still with this one, just is MLW becoming one of the biggest pipelines for WWE's talent?
It's kind of 50-50, right? Because if you're talking current MLW, no. MLW back in the day, yes.
I feel like they're going back. Like, it's not like WWE is grabbing from them now. I feel like talent is going back to them when their contracts end or if something happens. So I think it's kind of like it's the opposite now. So instead of pulling talent to bring them up to WWE, that talent is going and making names for them, like how you just said, Scarlett and Karrion Kross. Like, they're doing big things down there now.
I'm going to agree with you with that. I think back in the day, I wouldn't say it's not a popular line, but those contracts go, in, you want to get some money. So, back in the day in MLW, you had Swerve, who went over to WWE, Matt Riddle, who was a part of MLW. He went over to WWE. There's a few other people on that roster that's escaping me right now, but it'll come back to me. But right now, it's just more so, okay, where can I get more bang for my buck, basically? It's like, how am I going to stand my family's financial wealth? Is what it boils down to.
Okay.
Let's see. I think that was it as far as that goes, as far as dealing with MLW Josh Bishop. Shout out to him. Shout out to Isaiah Brunner. Isaiah Brunner doing big things.
Yes.
That's the homie, man. That's the brother. I'm proud of him. I'm also proud of Wes Barkley, who captured the AIW Absolute Championship a few weeks ago. So shout out to him as well. I want to give one more shout out. It's at the top of my tongue. I'm sorry. What was it? Oh, shout out to the homie Pretty Boy Smooth. He has a match coming up this weekend in Philly for NWA's pay-per-view. He is inside a #1 contenders championship match for the NWA Heavyweight Championship, one of the most prestigious championships ever, one of the longest histories ever of the title. So shout out to him. He can become, if he wins this, knock on wood, which that's who I'm rooting for, he can become the third Black person to hold that title in the 100 years that title's been around.
Okay.
So think about that. I mean, when you talk about NWA World Heavyweight Champions, as far as Black women, as far as Black people are concerned, there's only been 2. Ron Simmons,
All right, all right.
and I want to say the other one was Elijah Burke. That's it. But let's check the comments before we move on to the last few topics, and then we'll get into TNA and AEW real quick. Speak on it, Joe Savage. Period. Pooh. Why did I say that like that? I feel like that come out right. Someone gonna clip that too. I feel it.
Hey, yeah, I clipped that.
he gonna NS him the map just like he did TNA. Let's see. Can you translate that for me, Jojo?
Jojo, está de regreso again. Yes, I am back again. I was just, I was sick. So I am back. I'm here. I'm going nowhere until, somebody pulls me out of here.
We ain't gonna pull you out, baby. We're not pulling out. We staying in like the Street Profits. Because they both got babies on the way.
Okay. I had to.
Pull-out game is weak.
Listen, with I wouldn't mind that. Never mind. I'm a hush up.
Yeah, let's move on to TNA before we get too much details on what we do.
TNA's Wrestling Corner. Highlights, viewship. All right, so let's talk about it. Is the move to AMC officially a success? Or has WWE's partnership helped TNA more than expected?
So I'm going to speak on this real quick, and I'll pass it to Nessa.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled in their highest viewership last week, 300,000 viewers, which, once again, for AMC on a Thursday in that time slot, this is the highest that they've had. So let's definitely give a shout out. Shout out to them. Does WWE partnership help? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, it helps. I mean, that's no different than if I'm going hip hop back in the day. Like, that's no different than Jay-Z co-signing Dipset, right? Because Jay-Z is Rockefeller, Dipset was signed Rockefeller, but Jay-Z co-signing pushes Dipset's popularity up because it's Jay-Z. He's a known person. Be no different with Lil Wayne. If Lil Wayne doesn't co-sign Drake, is Drake as big as Drake is now? No, of course not. So we got to definitely give a shout out to that. Go ahead.
I definitely feel like TNA has benefited a lot with this partnership because between the three brands right now, WWE, TNA, AEW, they was the runt of the family. And now they're starting to stand alone. And with more viewership, like you just said, they just had their highest rating show. But I don't think that would have happened if they did not get this partnership with WWE.
I agree. What else you got about TNA, JoJo?
Tell him something, Joe!
I will never get tired of that. Keeping on to the TNA topic, has AJ Francis done enough to earn another world title opportunity? Is he the biggest heel in TNA? Like, what can we, AJ Francis or Mike Santana as the next challenger?
So, I don't think Mike Santana comes back to TNA. I would have liked to see him challenge Nick Nemeth for a rematch at Lockdown in Chicago, which August 23rd. Make sure y'all go get y'all tickets for that if y'all inside the Chicago area for TNA Lockdown. We're gonna be pulling up for sure. But I think that AJ Francis is the top heel, and TNA. He's one of the best heels going right now, wrestling wise. Has one of the best choke slams in wrestling right now. He's vibrant, right? AJ Francis could post feet pictures and it's going to do 1,000 views, 1,000 likes on Twitter, whatever.
Not that feet finder.
But he needs to be in line, and I think it's perfect storytelling. I think you look at AJ Francis from inception in TNA till now, he's due for a TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and I wouldn't actually mind AJ Francis being a World Heavyweight Champion. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind.
So you think he's done enough to earn another world title?
Absolutely. Think about it. Anyone that AJ Francis has been in a feud with has been elevated in star potential. Star stocks have went up. We can start off with Joe Hendry. We can start off with Casey Navarro. We can also put into that conversation Mike Santana. Anyone that's inside of the world title picture over the past year has had to go through AJ Francis.
And he has great his in-ring chemistry. He can have it with anybody. And he moves. For a big guy, that man moves like he little.
Yeah.
That man should not be flying and doing half the moves that he's been doing. So, but I do agree with JT. I think he is one of the biggest heels right now in TNA. And if it wasn't for Santana leaving, I think he's technically the next. It was either or. So
absolutely, man. Put him up there. Put him inside the Raptors. Let's see.
Monday.
So Marks with Mike take. AJ Francis understands television. The man gets reactions.
He does. He gets reactions. And that's what AJ does. He gets people to react. He gets people to get mad at him. He gets people to agree with him. And don't be one of the dummies inside of his comments on Twitter. Because you're going to get roasted.
Kaylin.
You're going to get roasted for sure. Okay. Let's see. What else we got for TNA? I thought, Knockout Championship? So, Knockout Championship tournament does look good. Jada Stone is inside of a match tonight with I like this tournament. I don't know who should be the one to carry it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the inaugural champion. So who's the person we put that on to say, hey, tune in to TNA because I'm the television champion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Usually the person you put as TV champion, that's the person that you want eyes on. You go back to WCW, how they utilize the television championship with the Booker T, with a William Regal, with the Alex Wright, with a Rey Mysterio. I'm just naming off some TV champions. These were people that, you're basically saying he's must-see TV or she's must-see TV too now. So the Knockouts division is deep. Personally, Indy Hartwell has a soft spot in my heart. But I would not mind some new blood. I wouldn't mind a Jada Stone. I wouldn't mind a Myra Sade. I wouldn't mind that. So it's a toss-up.
I think Mara, I feel like she's ready. And ever since her move from NXT to TNA, her character growth has been amazing. And her in-ring abilities has grown so much. And I think it's time for her to become champion. I really do.
Facts. Francis hate his opponents wearing underwear. You know what? I can believe that shit. You wearing drawers in my match? No, stop Stop wearing draws. Like we got shorts, we got tops.
I know. I'm
You around
like,
here inside man pants.
Hold on, we're just gonna.
I agree with that take.
sir, Mr. Francis, sir, if you are watching, if you is listening, that is not for you. That is for us women folk. Okay? Okay? Okay.
Yeah, he said something on the line like, you know, if I was out here walking around in my drawers, I'd probably get arrested. Like, but wrestling's the only place that you can do that. Or as being in your drawers in wrestling, it's the only place that you can do that at.
It's a beautiful thing.
I ain't got no problem with it.
Listen, I think we get a little bit too.
Shout out to the band panties.
Shout out to the man panties.
But TNA does have some great matches going on tonight. They do have. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I had it up here. Oh, there it is. So TNA has Casey Navarro going up against Nick Nemeth for the TNA World Championship. That's happening tonight. We also have the Righteous Deletion, so I can't wait to see that. So if you have seen any of the Ultimate Deletion matches, this is on scale to be cinema. Once again, we did talk about some of the people involved. This match has already happened. We did go over Jada Stone did go over Alicia Edwards. That did happen. We also have Mustafa Ali holding a vote. I want you to vote on his next challenger for the International Championship. So that should be pretty entertaining to see. But let's talk about the next piece of news, what we got inside there.
Cool. We want to do the Unreal.
Let's talk about Mattel real quick.
Oh,
Mattel and AAA. Mattel and AAA announced a partnership.
Does AAA Superstar deserve the first time?
Yeah, so the first star that they put on for Mattel, I think the model that they released at San Diego Comic-Con was Miss Iguana. So I think this is
like, yes, sir.
with him included, by the way.
Iguana or Eliso del Vikingo.
So I think
Maybe looks like an action figure himself.
yeah, I think this is good for AAA. They haven't had this type of exposure in a major market. Like we're talking Mattel. Okay, this is the people that do Barbie. Barbie is international. So I think going this route is more of an international move as well. So this is good for AAA. I think Van Kingo and Miss Iguana should get their action figures. What you got over there, Miss?
I think John would like a Toxica action figure.
No, what he would like is a live action figure. What you mean? Life size.
No, but I'm here for it. Just because AAA is becoming its own show, right? A lot of people were just like, it's another version of NXT. It's, smaller than NXT. And, hi, baby. And now they're literally, their streams and the viewership has grown so much. And the storylines are amazing. So I think them having this partnership with Mattel is great. And the slowly starting because, having luchadores as action figures would be amazing. As we always say, representation is everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that'd be, it's a good thing.
So this would definitely be very big.
Ow.
For the Lucha Libres.
Yes.
This would be Grande. See, I did more Spanish. Where's that Stephanie McMahon meme when you need it? Like, was when when white people speak Spanish, it has like the grin. It's kind of like me right now. I've said 3 words in Spanish this whole show. I think I'm getting good. I think Rosetta Stone is working. Let's talk about. You mentioned it earlier. What was it? Unreal.
Unreal.
Okay, let's talk about it, Jojo.
Like the biggest takeaway from the season. I have yet to watch it, but I've been hearing it. Like, has WWE pulled the curtain back too far?
That's the point of the show. That is the whole point of the show. Like,
you know how people are. It's like you still talk too much.
If you don't like documentaries, I definitely do not recommend this for you. As I stated the other day, I'm not one to watch documentaries like that unless it catches my attention. And this season has really caught my attention. So I'll definitely be finishing and watching this season. From the clips that I've seen so far on Twitter and Instagram, they're definitely giving us a little more. And if that's something that you don't want and you want to keep the,
you want to gatekeep.
You want to gatekeep and you want to keep the, then don't watch it. That is an option. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch the clip. You can scroll. You have free will. No one's forcing you to watch.
No one's forcing you.
No one has a gun to your head and said, you need to watch this. So.
No one's holding up your eyelids or, holding down your head. None of that shit.
So you got to hit him with the.
Ain't nobody doing none of that, y'all, man. What I do think that Unreal, because I'm 2 episodes in, 2.5, 3. So far I'm on episode 3. I'm on episode with Liv Morgan. But so far from what I watched, pretty good this season. Shout out to the main event Mama's on being on the previous season. But this was actually pretty good. They did a good job talking about the last time is now with John Cena. They touched on a lot of things, what the fans were saying, and then it made you understand from like his perspective. Like, no one forced me basically to work in these matches. These are things that I chose to do on my way out. He chose to do Logan Paul. He chose to do AJ Francis. Sorry, not AJ Francis, AJ Styles. He chose to have the match with Gunther. He chose Gunther as his final opponent. Like, this is what he chose. Him tapping out. That was him saying, hey, this is what I should do. The person that never gives up, gives up. So he did exactly what he set out to do, was to get a reaction. And man, did it ever get a reaction. Everyone had something to say. Everyone was upset. Everyone was, they in the mud. They was cussing out Triple H, but not knowing the whole time this was John Cena's decision. Like,
I think that's the benefit of the show, is that it truly shows us, the fans, that it's not always what we think it is. Because, like you said, people are blaming Triple H. That's not even Triple H. Or, the wrestlers themselves are like, this is what we wanted to do, and we think it's something totally different. So I think that's the benefit of it. But again, like I said, if you don't want to watch it and you don't want to know, don't press play.
Free will.
It's a thing. Free will is a thing.
Free will is free. It's a free thing. So, it's up to you on how you choose to do things. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's go to the question of the night. question of the night, JoJo.
If you could steal one wrestler from another promotion today, who would you be signing and why?
I'm gonna let you take this one.
Oh,
Dominic.
why would I wouldn't have to steal him. He's already on the product. That's a good question because there's a lot of good wrestlers out there that I feel like would benefit. You know what? Because and MLC or whatever, and then see how good of a work she can do with Rhea and with Stephanie, with Liv, Charlotte. Like, I think she would do good in WWE.
Okay.
Who will?
Thunder Rosa.
Oh yeah, absolutely, hands down.
And happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday, Thunder Rosa. Unfortunately, when Thunder Rosa had her tryout, they offered her a referee position, and I thought that was stupid because number one, whoever was doing the talent scouting at the time really didn't understand Thunder Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you serious? Like, are you stupid? Is this a joke? No, but to the person that thought that Thunder Rosa would be more beneficial as a referee, are you serious?
Have you not seen her wrestle? Like, what?
Like, oh yeah, Thunder Rosa. Thanks for your trial. We think you'll fit well as a referee.
Wrong.
This is why she was, why she with AEW. But I like that pick. JoJo, what about you? If you had a pick from any roster to come over to WWE, who would it be?
I'm gonna do this for some of the men here. Can we get just like Mola Vice?
Lola Vice to where?
I want to.
You want to see on the main
That's what
roster? Okay.
Hola, Jessica.
Ooh, you want to see Mr. Iguana?
If I had to pick from any roster, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm not even going to say regular WWE. I'm going to say go to AEW. So if I had to pick a wrestler on the main roster to go to AEW, we brought her up earlier. Give me Bayley. Give me Bayley over there. And I'll even want to be even bigger. If I had to pick someone from the WWE roster to go to TNA, I would personally like to see Ron the Truth Killings, R-Truth, go back to TNA and be Ron the Truth Killings. I would love to see that one more run. Because let's be honest, they're not going to give Ron Simmons the John Cena treatment. They're not going to give him like the tour.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think he's deserving of like a calendar date where hey, this is this match? For everything that he's contributed for moments for WWE, he's absolutely deserving of that. But not so much like on the serious side, but I would like a run with Ron Simmons in TNA. And one last one, if I had to snatch somebody from AEW to WWE, I'm going to go with female, and I am going to go with Queen Amanada. I would like to see Queen Amanada in WWE. I think her presentation will be a lot better. I'm not sure if they'll keep her the same name, but I would say keep the same gimmick. because she's the only African-born wrestler that's wrestling, female wrestler that's wrestling right now. Female. Wow, she's the only one. Or should I say she's the first? I think that's what we do with that.
Mhm.
Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Real quick, definitely got to shout you out, Nessa, for pulling up, coming through. As usual, let the people know where they can follow you at.
You guys can follow me on all social media platforms at La Madrina _XOXO. You can find me on Mondays on Tribal Warzone with my peoples from Sports Free Wrestling. That's JoJo, Trout, and John. You can see me on Wednesdays on Sports Free Wrestling, as well as maybe see me some more on Marks and Mikes. But we'll see. I am everywhere. And yes, you can follow me everywhere. So.
All right, sure. JoJo, let people know where they can follow you at.
Well, you could also find me on all social media platforms via Mrs. JoJo. All over the place. You got Snapchat, same thing. TikTok, Facebook, IG. You can also find me with Nessa, like she said, Sports for You Wrestling on Mondays and Wednesdays. Don't forget to like, subscribe, also to work with likes.
Yes.
Here.
And you all can find me usually doing the Marks and Mike's social medias. A quick reminder, though.
We're not your little niggas. Like, for real. All that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas.
Find me on the Marks and Mike's Twitter. Every now and then I'll post some funny shit. It's a wild time. Listen. Love on your people. Love on your people. Respect your people.
And touch grass.
Touch grass.
I would just really like to point this out. Whether you have been watching for 20 plus years, 5 years, 2 weeks, you are a wrestling fan. If you love the product and you love to watch, you are a wrestling fan and deserve to have a voice as a wrestling fan. So,
I like that.
Enjoy the show, because that's what it is, a show.
Yeah, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride that they're taking you on. Real quick, like I said, love on your people, spread more love. Too much negativity can have you unbalanced mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Spread more positive vibes. A lot of great wrestling coming up. Make sure you support your local independent wrestling companies inside your area. And also make sure you subscribe to this show. If you've been watching for this long, you haven't hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. But on that note, listen, love y'all. We want y'all to be safe out there in the streets. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your family. And I think we all think we should probably end the show the way we've been ending it for like the past few weeks there. So with that being said, Michael Jackson, hold on, wait, before we get out of here, let's get these last two comments out the way. Well, y'all better watch Miss Lyons putting on the whole world on notice next main event of WrestleMania. Okay.
You know
Well,
what?
bookmark this.
Keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. John said he just finished Unreal today, but to go ahead and get us up out of here, please, Michael Jackson, take us out.